People are moving to Dallas-Fort Worth every single day. Neither of us are from here originally, but we both have been here for over 15 years.
We actually met here in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and Rob is from the Norfolk, Virginia area. In this video, we're sharing the pros and cons of living in Dallas-Fort Worth.
What's up, Legacy Builders? I'm Rob.
I'm Reshawn, and this is Learn Hustle Grow.
She's a stock trader.
He's a realtor.
And we are debt-free investors. If you've been following our story, then you know that at the end of 2018, we left our W-2 jobs, and in 2019, we traveled the world.
We focused on debt paydown and long-term investing in both real estate and the stock market in order to achieve financial independence. On this channel, we share our experience with money, real estate, and investing. Occasionally, we share our travel experiences.
Hey guys, if you're getting any value from our content, please do us a favor and like, subscribe, and comment on the videos.
That's right. Make sure you share them. The YouTube algorithm doesn't know that this content is of any value to you unless you tell it. And you do that by doing just what Rob asked. So if you've been here before, welcome back. We are glad to see you again. And if you are new to this channel, welcome to the Legacy Builder community.
Where you live impacts your overall quality of life.
We've said many times before that moving to Texas has been a game changer for us. So we're going to get started with the pros.
The absolute first pro that comes to my mind is opportunity, right? Here in DFW, it just seems like there are an endless amount of companies. It's a very diverse economy. It's just a lot going on, right?
Yeah, and if you compare it to other cities, for example, Houston. In Houston, they're big on oil. So if you work in the oil industry, that might be where you want to go.
Yeah.
But here in Dallas, we have tech companies, tons of banking headquarters, restaurant headquarters, even some oil companies. But more and more companies are moving here. Toyota moved here recently. We also have
Boeing.
Yeah.
The job market here is just phenomenal, y'all.
It's even better if you specialize in something.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. You'll never really be out of work. I just can't. I don't know anybody that just says, "Oh, I can't find work." I mean, there's always something available. Sometimes it might not be exactly what you want, but the thing is, if you have the credentials and stuff, you'll eventually get it. It's just tons of work here.
Yeah. So opportunity is our number one pro. Next, I want to say the cultural diversity. A lot of people don't realize how culturally diverse DFW is. This is an international city. Because there are so many businesses here, people move here from all over the world. Whatever your ethnic background is, you will find some part of your community here in the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex.
I just saw the other day a bus ride by, like a bus from downtown, and it had it's saying a new museum was opening up, and it was like the Arab History Museum. So you can go see all the jewelry and all the stuff. It was really cool. I was like, oh man, I might have to go check that out. So
that's interesting. I've never seen a bus in this area.
Yeah, I don't know where I was. I was probably showing a house or something. But, but then I saw the bus ride, but I saw it 2 times in a week. So I was like, we should probably check that out. But culture. The next pro that I think of is something that's near and dear to my heart. Food. We love to eat.
Yes, we do.
I mean, any type of food you can think of from different cultures, it's definitely here. Like Indian, right?
Ethiopian.
Yes. Mediterranean. We got a Mediterranean spot, y'all. Ooh, we love it. And,
Thai food.
Oh, yeah.
Vietnamese.
We got a Thai food place right across the street, and that's why I'm always there.
Chinese.
Yes. It's whatever you want.
You just have to search it. I think a lot of people don't know that those restaurants are here because there's so much Tex-Mex and barbecue that you can just get bogged down in that as well as the big chains. Every chain restaurant you ever imagined is
Guys,
Papados. A lot of people don't know that Papados is a chain because when it moves to their city, they think it's something new. But having lived here in DFW for so long, there's every Papa's Brothers or every Papa's restaurant you can name. Papa's even has a steakhouse, Tex-Mex, barbecue. So everything you can imagine is right here when it comes to food.
Yes.
The next on our list of pros, and one of the reasons why we both move here, is that DFW, the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, has a very reasonable cost of living.
Yes.
Now, we know if you've watched our real estate market updates, the cost of living has increased here recently. But that's the case everywhere. So if you compare what you get for your money here in Dallas-Fort Worth, let's say compared to, you know, a major city like
Chicago.
San Diego, Los Angeles, right, Chicago, or New York, you are still getting more bang for your buck.
Yes, I mean you can still even, and some places so there's a Dallas and a Fort Worth side. The further away you go from the Dallas side, it's even more affordable. You know, if you like to go further out in the country or the outskirts or whatever, it's even more affordable if you don't. But most people want to be around, you know, the hustle and bustle, right? So
it depends on the development, right? The more developed the area is, the more user friendly, I guess, because you have all of your stores and your shopping and
highways
everything you need.
And all that stuff, right?
Then that's going to cost you more. But the further out you go, if you're willing to wait for all those things to come to you,
and they will
then
come.
you can get more for your money. I mean, you guys have seen some of the home tours Rob has done. If you haven't, you should definitely check it out. There are very, very beautiful homes here.
Yeah, and it's like for places like Salina, like I've recently done some Salina. Salina had absolutely nothing there, absolutely nothing. Now it's growing fast, and it's still got plenty of room to grow. So I mean, but places like that, eventually they all, you know, get built out.
So if you are looking for space, you will definitely get a bigger home. Did we forget to mention no state tax?
Yes,
that's definitely a plus.
And so the next one I think is location. Location. We love the location. I didn't even realize it until I lived here for a while. But we have two major airports. We got the DFW airport and we got the Love Field airport, right?
Texas is centrally located in the United States.
And we love it because, you know, based on the flights we've taken, we always get to wherever we're going within a couple of hours. You know, Mexico, we didn't even know it, but Mexico is like 2 hours away, and we're in Cancun. We flew to Canada, and that was like 2.5 hours away. You know, I go home to Virginia, same deal. You know, it's a few more hours, but I mean, we are definitely centrally located, and we love the location. So that's what makes it really hard to, you know, think about leaving here, right?
Yeah, because if you compare it to other parts of the United States, if you live on the West Coast, you are going to fly an entire day to get to the East Coast, to go from, let's say, Seattle to DC, or from California to Florida. Those are all day flights. Even if you might have a layover, but you're going to spend a full day just traveling. And that's completely different from our experience being located here in the state of Texas.
But I don't know where else we could be located better.
Now, if you are thinking about relocating to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Rob Lee is a full-time licensed Texas realtor. Make sure you check out his website, robtxrealtor.com. This will give you an opportunity to look at the MLS for free, and you'll get a better idea of what it costs to live in specific areas of DFW.
Absolutely. The next pro for me is schools. We have very high quality schools here in the suburbs.
That's right. We specify suburbs because we've actually never lived in the city limits of Dallas or Fort Worth. However, if you Google the public school systems in most major cities, unfortunately, they are not the greatest. You can find some gems here and there, but if you're looking at highly rated overall school districts, you are more than likely moving to the suburbs.
And these kids are... They seem to like it. Especially when they get to high school, they are competing at these schools, and they are no joke here.
It is very competitive. That's true.
And they just they just thrive off each other, which that's kind of great though. Because if you're in the suburbs here, your kid's probably going to most likely go to college with great scores. So
and it saves you a ton of money on private school. Don't get us wrong. There are still people who choose private school for whatever personal reasons, but it's not due to the quality of education. Now, next on our list of pros is entertainment.
Yes.
Rob and I like to get out, and we've been able to go to concerts, comedy shows.
Yep.
There's a Six Flags amusement park, if that's your thing.
Yep.
And we have every major sports team.
Yep. We
in
just
the
went to a
area.
baseball game the other day. I went to my first baseball game.
the
I know
Texas Rangers.
Everybody's gonna be shocked to hear that because I've never been to a baseball game. I've been to football games, a few of those, and I love the Cowboy Stadium. But we went to the baseball game, and we had. Unfortunately, I'm spoiled because a friend had box seats at the baseball game. I'm like, this is the only way I want to do baseball now.
Yeah, so there was food and drinks, it all came
in
with
the
the
box.
seats.
Yeah, it's
comfortable leather seats.
Unlimited food. They had unlimited food in there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is great. Hot dogs. They had chips. It was great.
It was really nice.
Yep.
So the stadiums here are very well done.
Yep.
The Cowboy Stadium has been newly renovated.
Yep.
And the Texas Ranger Stadium we just went to
Yep.
was brand new and renovated.
Tons.
So if you love sports, then you may have actually seen the American Airlines Arena on television when you
Yep.
were watching the Mavericks game.
Yep. Yep.
Everything is new and redone here,
Yep.
and you will have a blast attending the games as well as getting out to concerts and comedy shows.
Yep.
Oh, wow. We almost forgot the theater district.
Yeah, theater district.
Yeah, the Dallas Theater
Oh,
District
yeah,
is
where they
brand
dance
new.
and all that stuff.
Right, so we've gone there to
Plays.
see the Dallas Black Dance Theater,
Yep.
as well as we've taken the kids
For
to plays
Christmas,
if
yep.
you like live entertainment.
Yep.
It's been really nice. There's even an orchestra hall there for those people who might be interested in the opera.
Yeah, it's so much entertainment here, y'all, that even if you're going to a sports or another event, before you even get inside there, like we went, like that baseball game we were just talking
Mm-hmm.
about, before we got inside there, they had a whole band and like their restaurants and bars downstairs before they even opened it up. We
outside.
We were hanging out, kicking it forever before they even started the game. Then we went up to the game. It was like an extended party. It was crazy. So.
Yeah. So you will never be bored.
No.
If you are bored in DFW, that is your choice.
Yes, absolutely.
Now let's move on to our list of cons.
Yes.
The first of which would be the weather. Our summers are extremely hot.
Brutal.
I mean, melting hot.
Brutal.
You want a summer place to move to if you live in the state of Texas.
Listen, we have been talking about this forever,
Yes.
saying, hey, we need a place in what's funny is I've been looking at Colorado houses because I love Colorado.
Yeah.
But the problem is Colorado's been like 95 this year too,
Man,
floating around the
global
90s.
warming has every place
it's
heating
crazy.
up.
It's a little cooler this week though, but yeah, it is brutally hot. We come in here, put the blackout curtains,
Yes.
closing all the blinds, and it's dark in the house, which kind of stinks, even though we got really bright sun, right? But the thing is, these ACs are constantly pumping,
Yeah,
so
because we are at home, right?
Yep.
That's one benefit of going to an office, guys. You are not burning up the AC in your own house. But back to DFW weather.
Yeah.
It has been described as bipolar.
Yes.
Because there are definitely days approaching the summer, I would say in our springtime, where you will start out with a very cool temperature in the morning.
Yes.
And by the afternoon, you are pulling off your clothes.
Any jacket you had on, it's gone. You gotta bust out a tank top by the end of the day.
Yeah. And if you are driving here, it might be raining on your side of town, but you're heading, to another area 20 or 30 minutes away to meet somebody for lunch, dinner, or happy hour, and you will drive through the rain and into complete and total sunshine.
Yep. Not to mention our warm winters, right? It'll be winter time.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be it'll be November, December, and
You
it's
are
still
not
warm.
getting any
And some
snow.
people might love that, right?
Yeah.
Because you can still just go outside and hang out.
Yeah,
But the
our
thing is-
Thanksgiving and Christmas around
Yeah.
70 degrees.
yeah, it's weird though because for me, I grew up and Christmas was always cold, and I
Yes.
like that feeling.
Same in Chicago,
it
right?
feels Christmassy, right? But
Yeah, if you're looking
no.
for a white Christmas, you are not going to get that here.
No, definitely not.
All right. So moving on to our next con.
Yep.
I'm going to say public transportation.
Yes. There is a car required everywhere you go here.
Right.
Unless you live like downtown near the DART station.
Yeah, or in
something
the
like
Dallas
that.
area
Yep, in the Dallas,
specifically, in
yes.
the city limits. That's where Rob saw that bus. He has
Yep.
a client who has a condo listed in Dallas.
Yep.
But if you are in the suburbs,
Yeah.
you have to have a car.
Yeah, it's weird when we see people walking. Everybody's looking weird. Everybody's blowing horns when they see somebody trying to cross a street, because it's like, I mean, you could get hit because it's like so many cars just barreling down the street, even in the burbs right here, right?
Yeah,
So
we're not what you would call a walkable city. We get a very low score on that.
Yep, and very few sidewalks too, depending on where you're at. If you're like in a little area that's built out, they'll probably put some around that, but other than that, no.
We mentioned that Dallas and Fort Worth are twin cities. So it's really big, and everything is very spread out. So for example, Fort Worth has a very well-developed downtown area, and it is a great place to hang out if you want to, venture out and try something other than your own suburban neighborhood.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it could be an hour drive.
Yes.
Just to get from North Dallas to Fort Worth.
Yep, I know that because every time I'm going to a city from where we're at in the Louisville area, I mean, it's usually about the 30 minutes, unless it's right here in this Carrollton, Louisville area where we're already at. It's going to be 30 minutes to an hour depending on where we're going.
And based on current gas prices,
yes,
ain't nobody got the money for that.
no, it's definitely super spread out. So that is definitely a con, right? The next one is traffic.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah. Traffic here, I'm sure it's not as bad as some places. I've lived places where it was worse, like in California, LA or something like that, right? It's not LA, but it's bad and it's getting worse, right?
Right.
Because
more people,
yes,
more cars.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I'm always coming home and telling my wife, hey, I'm going to leave at 10 a.m. That way the people that are going to work
will already be there.
They'll be there, and then there'll be nobody outside. Ha ha! I think I outsmart the system. Next thing you know, I'm going down to Dallas or something, and then I'm kind of stuck in traffic, or there's accidents, there's some kind of issue, because there's always traffic here.
And we did mention that this is an international city, so you have people from all over the world, and everybody drives different.
Yes.
So if you are used to driving at a high speed, you might just want to bring your patience with you, because if you get stuck behind somebody who is super chill, and they have nowhere to go, it can be an unpleasant experience.
Yes. Or somebody who's just learning how to drive, right? There's people who have never driven, and now they're just learning how to drive here.
Yes.
Run into a lot of that. I've run into at least twice since I've been here, someone driving the wrong way on the road.
Yeah.
And that's insane. So.
And that's just because they are not from here.
Yes.
So you got to be patient when you're on the roads.
The next con, I really don't like this one because it kind of hits us to the core, because we are real estate investors. High property taxes. High property taxes can make or break a deal, and I just don't appreciate them.
Right. I mean, if you are, they kind of make up for the fact that they don't have any state tax.
Yes.
But in some states, you're paying both the property tax and the state tax. So we still consider the no state tax a pro, but the high property taxes are definitely a con.
What I want to know, though, is the ones that have state taxes and property taxes, does it equal out to our property taxes, and our property taxes are high?
I guess that's the research you have to do if you decide to relocate.
Maybe not. We're going to say no. And we because we got no state tax, so we love that. But this high property tax,
he's guessing now. Let's on to the next con. A lack of views. Right? There are no
She's always talking about that.
Big natural bodies of water here.
No.
So I'm from Chicago, and we have Lake Michigan there. So we have plenty of opportunities to go to the beach.
Right.
That is not the case here in the North Texas area. No beaches at all. There are some man-made lakes that they have created in order to give you a water experience.
Right.
But there are also no mountains. Now, coming from the city of Chicago, there were no mountains, so I wasn't expecting that. But we've traveled quite a bit. And I do enjoy the opportunity to have a beautiful mountain view every now and again.
Yep. When you go outside, you just look the far as your eyes can see until you can't see anymore. It's nothing, no skyline whatsoever. Unless you're downtown. But there's no view, absolutely no views. But that's why it's kind of a pro in a way. It's a con, but we just leave here and go to places, and it's it's a treat to see mountains or beaches or whatever when we do leave here, and we always have somewhere to go, right? So
That's right. And they're constantly developing here, so you'll always see that there's new stuff popping up everywhere, but they keep the skylines pretty low in the burbs.
Yep.
If you want a skyline view, you do need to be in the city of Dallas or near downtown Fort Worth. All right. So for us, I want to say that the pros definitely outweigh the cons.
Yes.
That's why we've been here so long.
Yeah, especially when it comes to our money, right? And that's what we originally started talking about, right? Because of the cost of living and the job opportunities here, we can do so much more. If you're smart with your money and you're just not blowing it, right, you can definitely still go where you want to go, right? You can make the money, go where you want to go, invest how you want to, and do all these things, right?
Yeah.
So
living in Texas has given us such a higher quality of life.
Yes.
We have moved family members here. I have moved both my mom and my sister and nieces here.
Yes.
And so that has expanded our family connection as well.
Right.
So even though we are open to living in other places, I think we might be here for a while and just continue to travel and vacation.
it's hard to come up with because she doesn't know it, but I'm always thinking about where else could we live.
Yeah.
It's tough to come up with another place with all the pros. Heat, of course, besides the heat. Every time I'm mad about the heat, that's what I'm out of here, man.
That's when he starts searching.
But I don't really need to leave. What I need to do is I need to just have a place that when the heat does come, and need to have the time. So that's my goal, is to have the time where we can just leave for months at a time until it cools back off, because I still love it here. So
Yeah. So we'd love to hear from you. What do you guys think the pros and cons of living in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas are? Make sure you drop a comment below and let us know what you think.
See you in the next video.